Hi, this is Andrew Chamberlain, and this is my week 4 Java program with basic loops and if statements. So for the basic loop that I did a while loop, which is basically a division by takeaway. So all I wanted to do was find out how many times 5 goes into 20. So the way I did that is I set up a variable a, which is equal to 20, and a variable b, which is equal to 5. And then I had to set up a counter, which every time the while loop runs through will get added to the counter, so that way I can find out how many times 5 goes into 20. So the basic while loop, which is going to check if a is greater than or equal to b, and if it is, then it's going to take a is equal to a minus b, so it's going to take 5 away from 20, and then add 1 to the counter, and then it's going to keep doing that, and it's going to do that for 4 times until finally a is going to be less than b, and then it's going to obviously end it, and the counter should equal 5. And then I'm going to do 4, and then the system.out.printi should give the number 4. The next one that I did is a if and the else if statements. So for this one, I did a system.out.println, and it says, what is your test score? So then I used a scanner to get the test grade from the user, which is then going to run through the if and else if statements, which will then give you the letter grade of what that test score was. So right here I have the C is just a variable assigned for what the user gives. So if, for instance, the user gives a variable 67, that's just going to be assigned to integer number C, or integer C. So then I put the C into all of these test conditions, such as C is greater than or equal to 90. So if C is greater than or equal to 90, it's going to set the grade to A. And then down here, it's going to do system.out.println, and it's going to do grade equals plus grade. So it's actually going to print out whichever condition is actually true. Once the condition is true, then it's just going to print that. It's not going to print all of these other ones out. It's only going to do it until the conditions is true. So if the grade is greater than or equal to 90, it's grade A. If it's not greater than or equal to 90, then if it's greater than or equal to 80, the grade is going to be B. And if it's greater than or equal to 70, it's going to be C, and so on and so forth. And if it's absolutely lower than 60, then it doesn't matter. It's automatically going to be an F. So I'm just going to run the program now. So the first answer is 4, so that means the loop worked because 20 does go into 20 goes into 5 4 times. And the next one's, what is your test score? So I'm going to put in 70 just to prove that it doesn't display all the ones up or down, so it should give me grade equals C, and it does give me a grade equals C. So this is my Java program for week 4.